In a courtroom bright and bold, and he marks the stories he told. With a finger pointed high, he's the ace, the reason why. Through objections loud and clear, truth and justice always here. From the witness stand to the judge's chair, and he's ready beyond compare. And he marks in Phoenix Wright, fight for truth with all his might. Meet a spirit and Maya by his side, together they'll turn the tide. He's defending the accused, while baby Gumshoe is confused. Solve the case, bring the truth to light, with Andy Marks and Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright.
Alright, let's see. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Hey, Maya's back. Maya? So, what happened? Well, I think I got a pretty good idea who did it. All I need is a motive and a proof. Wow. Good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow's the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed up the whole process. So under the system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yep, pretty much. Well, we have no time to waste. Let's look around. I miss Maya, not gonna lie. Maya's way more fun than Mia. Alright, there's nothing for us in here. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai's costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through all that trouble stealing it? That's what we have to figure out. I think I have a pretty good idea. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What?! Huh. Was Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia's there. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. We should go talk to WP. WP, Will Powers, right. Take a look at this. Okay, Maya. I missed her. I missed her. What do you think about this? It's that fanboy's prized possession. Wow, impressive. It's a little different from the Steel Samurai on TV. These are mostly taking out the PR shows they do at school, stores, and fairs. I'm pretty sure it's not even Will Powers inside that suit. No true fan would be satisfied with anything less than the real thing. He's still a child, I suppose. I guess it takes an adult to appreciate the real deal, right, Nick? Yeah, whatever you say. This is Cody's. Hey, a digital camera! I'm impressed a kid like him would have something this expensive. Kids these days. I don't imagine spirit mediums are trying to get a lot of toys. That's all the new evidence. Alright. Let's go talk to Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick. You must have really wowed him in there. Could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Though there's not really anything I could do to help. I'm not really sure what I could do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares to tell her different these days. That's interesting. She definitely did it. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we have nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it back up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors, so anyhow. Bro, we're talking about your fucking life here. You need to explain what's going on there. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manila. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he says how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh. Yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I was starting in the business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel of Steel Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Oh, interesting. 5 years ago, huh? Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? I've never seen the Steel Samurais in my life. These are still Steel Samurais that appear at live shows. A fanboy collected all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean, so much to these kids, you know? Excuse me. Thank you for showing me that. Oh, okay. He doesn't know what to say. Okay, so I mean, I guess we go to the studio because he's not going to give us any more information that we need. Oh, great. Uh-oh. The old windbag sure is quiet today. No. This place really is peaceful like this. Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah. You eat, you die. She was definitely ordered to not say a damn thing. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. She always gets her way. Seems better. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Yep. She absolutely either ordered him to die, or... So, my running theory now. Jackhammer stole the costume so that he could show Miss Vasquez, or Miss Vasquez, that he should be the Steel Samurai, and that he should pretty much get another shot at being like the big star. Miss Vasquez did not like that, so much so that like they killed him. Like, I don't know. That I don't get. That's a big jump in logic. Like, as far as like him showing up to say, hey, I want to be the Steel Samurai, and them being like, alright, well, fucking die. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. It, like, it feels like a big jump in logic, but... Director Manila. Can I ask you about Sal Manila, the director? Sal? You know, there's also Penny. There's also Penny. Penny hasn't been involved in this case at all. I'm curious where she's gonna fit into all this. I'm gonna say Penny did it. Just because we haven't seen her at all. And it feels weird that she hasn't been included in even testimonies until... No, literally, never. Sal, he's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal? A thief? I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal his power as a suit so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. What would she know about this? Okay, yeah, none of this is gonna do anything. Yeah. Alright, let's go to the employee area first. Maybe there's something here. I guess they're not filming today either. I didn't want to see them filming one last time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow, and you can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found the bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yeah! No touching! Excuse me. No touching! Eek! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack. I guess I could be a little dramatic sometimes. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. So, you're looking for traces of sleeping pills... of the sleeping pills how? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. A science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to the sleeping pills, see? If the traces will change color. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Alright. There you go, Gumshoe. Well, testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. How goes your investigation? To tell you the truth, it's been a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already had against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. No, you fucking don't. How's Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed a paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened with that missing? Whatever happened to that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means Yep. It sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. There we go. Finally getting more and more evidence. Alright, let's look around, see if we got any more evidence. Ah, they've seen wisdom at last. They didn't know if they fixed it, I'd just kick it off again. That poor assistant. I love Maya. She might be my favorite character in this. Remains of the employees lens scattered around. The T-bone. Okay, we already saw that. Alright. Alright, we can move to his dressing room. Oh, Penny. Look at you. The unsuspicious Penny. She seems surprised. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But... this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. Interesting. Okay. I wonder why. What? No! I wonder why this is the last episode. What do you mean the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but certainly nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed Steel Samurai's death warrant. Okay, so it's ending because Jack Hammer died. No, no! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. That's interesting. Crazy timing. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Do you know something? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. Come on. Spit it out. The rumor? Come on, spit it out. Fucking... Willpower's alluded to something like this. Spit it out. What's the rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, has some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the studio set the way it was, too. Okay. The film set. Was that trailer part of the film set then? Interesting. So much shit is happening at one time. They aren't gonna make kids shows anymore. The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet. You understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. they'll find a new hero to follow. And he seems oddly on board with this. Especially considering that she had like a whole collection of comics or cards from Steel Samurai. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. And this is... A fan collected all these photographs. The kid loves Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you could tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Can you tell us about what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. What? What? Okay. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. That's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Old Bag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. If there's one person that the Old Bag dislikes more than us, is Miss Vasquez. So many fucking plot twists in this case, right? Like, what? This case is incredible. Wow, you remembered, Nick. Thanks to you. Not quite as spiky as usual, I see. I can feel Maya's eyes burning into the back of my neck. Alright, we can leave this. Is there anything else I can present to her? What's that? An empty bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. Now I'm really confused. Okay. Alright, now we can move. Yeah, this is like the most insane fucking just random case. This case started off kind of slow. What are you still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take it over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. What do you think made Global Studios what it is today? Who do you think? Excuse me. The plot thickens. Hammer! It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. Let's talk about Mr. Hammer. I want to ask you about 5 years ago. Uh-oh. Who told? Who'd you hear that from? Huh? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols. Nick. Penny Nichols. The assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up all dirt on someone's past like that. And that recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun. No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? That Hammer stole... Well, I do have proof. Sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. I mean, we could go either or here, but let's go sleeping bottle. Here's my proof. What? What's a little bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Oh, okay, so. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so. This is the plate he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pills powder on the plate. Uh-oh. I see. Poor, poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. Oh, here we go. Oh, listen to the tone of music that changed. I'm tired, see. Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. The accident, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the fucking mafia? What? 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 Yo, I'm convinced that they were making this, when they were making this case, they just said to themselves, let's just create the most fucking mind-boggling and it's crazy too because it's still a coherent case, but it's like alright. Alright. Let's get back to it. I gotta take a sip of this. Okay. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph. Yo! I pointed it out, guys! I pointed it out! I knew that that fucking spike in the fucking next to the trailer looked out of place. I knew it! I fucking knew it! I've been saying this! Wait a second. This is the picture. Excuse me. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell into the flower box fence. Yo, I called it. I fucking called it. I didn't think it was gonna be for another murder though. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo adding to the court record. This is fucking bonkers, guys. This Case is taking us on a fucking roller coaster. Before we go, what do you think of this? It's my attorney's badge, though. This is something different. Whatever. Guys, we are strapped into a roller coaster, and there's no getting off. Think back next to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer was put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Could be true. I mean, I got a feeling this wasn't an accident either. That just seems way too convenient for that. Like, that... Oh, can't even go to Studio 1 anymore. Oh, they just straight up said, alright, no more Studio 1. Seems unlikely. I don't even remember what I asked. Yeah, it's mighty convenient that Studio 2 was closed down until like 4 p.m. and nobody was able to walk over there. Oh, Ms. Mafioso. Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello. 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 Oh, Maya. You should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. Excuse me. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh! Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really taking me off. Oh, dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My fake blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh, dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila? You must talk about that man. Perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh, dear. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well, old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Old Bag Nick. Right. Anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. I don't like that, guys. She's gonna fucking try and kill us. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. The fence looks dangerous. Okay, can we, like, look at this? Like, come on. Like, we now have proof. This is where Salmonella and D. Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates. So they ate the T-bone steaks, too. Second. Something wrong? I don't know. I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. I wonder what funny feeling she was talking about there. The center, apparently they put this one in. Look, I have this. so this is the number in Cody's photograph. So I think he hadn't brought that photo in. Don't get all teary-eyed yet. Is there anything else? Closer inspection of this trailer looks like it's been here a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. Okay, I think we got everything we need. Alright, let's see what's waiting for us in the trailer. You came. That's the repeat line when you first saw the plates. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I do remember her saying that, but I don't remember. I feel like we have context now, but... Well then. What was it that you wanted to talk about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez? You were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing those kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh. I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour off of his own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this? What is this all about? You keep saying accident. Accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? This is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought the photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. Vasquez is lying her ass off right here. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course all the reporter would need his negatives. He would have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys! The fucking mafia. No way! What is happening? Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. What do you want this photograph so badly? Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! What's happening here? Hold it right there! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! What? Hold it right... Excuse me. Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to preaching with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Fucking gumshoe, bro. The goat. Gumshoe? More like goat shoe? This guy is a fucking goat. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I wanted to say that line since I became a detective. Alright, okay. I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Dude. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? Me Vasquez. Man. Holy shit. What the fuck, guys? They set out to make the case with the most plot twists. Final day. Here we go. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Willpowers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be ready to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today we'll call on people present in Studio 2, the trailer. In the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edward seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls D. Vasquez to the stand. Ms. D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. We're just right off the bat, huh? Will the witness state her name and occupation? She's just smoking a fucking joint and... She's just smoking a pipe in court. What a fucking boss. D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. She's guilty. I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. I got a feeling she's gonna be tricky. I entered the trailer. A little bit before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break on the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. Well, right off the bat, we already know it's a lie. I have a question about the one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. Had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk. Oh, well, you know what? She just kind of admitted how she got the body to Studio 1. But, go off, Queen. Thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head toppling over. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it! By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. You begin at 12 sharp and end at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same can be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Poor Edgeworth, bro. It's a big rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. And then what exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4. The rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Mr. Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Fatigued. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me to Studio 2 in the van. Alright. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. That was a 15-minute break. Did you not have someone who could verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else there. One person is enough. She committed to murder during that break. She wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. Yes, right. Both plates were empty. Both plates were empty, so like... She did say something... Maya did say something was weird about that. I know exactly what it is. If they were T-bone steaks, then the bones would still be on the plate. I don't think they ate. I think they used the incinerator. That's some evidence that she proves that she didn't eat the steak. Well, Nick, find anything? Kind of wish she'd said a little bit more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. Pretty sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. I'm gonna use the steak plate. I'm gonna try it out. Let's fucking go. Ha, as I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, may I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Mr. Vasquez and Miss Manella... Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate it at the table outside the trailer. Yet, there were no bones left on the plate. The plates were bare. Uh-oh. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate a boneless steak. You ate the bone too. You didn't eat the steak. Quick Bearby, good luck. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like the incinerator. She's cracking. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during that break? Is that obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with still a samurai. Order! Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, She ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying about today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let's have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? Breaking the shaft, maybe it was only half the spear and repair later. That's a good point. Yeah, because they have that van too. It's not impossible. Well, maybe it's not impossible, but... Silence. I'm speaking. The victim was stabbed through the chest from the front, yes. I believe that would indicate that the victim was aware of the killer's presence. Now, the Steel Samurai costume is quite light and mobile. Compared to the victim, I am weaker and slow. I couldn't possibly win such a fight. Not to mention, there is proof that I did not have the spear. The photograph in the Steel Samurai photo shows that the victim was holding it. Or do you mean to suggest that I had wrestled it away? Yeah, take that, right? If you still think she did it, prove it. Hey Nick, look at the data we have on the samurai spear in the court record. Isn't there something that gets to you? Something odd about the samurai spear? Yep. Wait, something the matter, Mr. Wright? Sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to take you back to my previous claim. Very well, I won't hold you to your claim. But I'm afraid you'll have... What?! Let's backtrack for a moment. I want to consider what the witness could have... I want to consider whether the witness could have used that spear or not. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. Oh, a break in the shaft. Yeah, that's right. Well, let me look at this real quick. I presented my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene routine run-through? Well, someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, How is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order, order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Or even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. What was Hammer how was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used? Can we actually tell? I feel like it's the garden stuff. I feel like it was this. I think it was a crime of irony. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Look at this photo. What is this? Well, that's Jack Hammer standing on top of the stairs. You were on the right track, but early. Deja vu. I figured. Order, order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with this curtain case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in the photo? See how the fence posts pierce him through the chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again! Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 on the day of the murder. Miss Dee Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside Studio 2 trailer. And then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had done 5 years ago. Though, whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. Oh, she's grinning. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer, as you said. Yet the body was found in Studio 1, was it not? And the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you claiming that I carry the body to Studio 1 and return to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting in the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs in his death? Then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than her own hands? For instance, you admitted it, dummy. Actually, for the matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for her to carry that body. Yeah, you dummy. Interesting, let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. The same van she admitted to fucking taking, dummy? Stupid. Stupid. Miss Vasquez, you carry the body to Studio 1. And you need the studio van to do it. You use the studio van to do it. You admitted it! You're dumb! What an idiot! That was never a piece of evidence until she said that she did that. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. And then, before everyone else got there, you put the body in the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Overconfidence was her undoing. Pretty much. I don't think Manella was. Sal Manella. Yep, CJ, Sal Manella. I don't think he was a conspirator, but then again, he's like at her like beck and call. So like I mean he could have known about it. But then again, like I feel like he would have like I don't know, it's he didn't really seem all that suspicious though. I don't have evidence to suggest otherwise though. He really likes steak. Think he helped without knowing. That's what I'm thinking. Like, because he was really excited about that steak. I think he did legitimately eat that steak. Of course he wasn't. Ha! So without Mr. Manella noticing anything, she put the body in the van, and then managed to put the body into the costume? Are you seriously suggesting that is possible? Of course I'm not serious. I was kidding, to lighten up the proceedings. Lighten? Listen, you can't lighten up a murder, Mr. Wright. The court requests you refrain from making claims in jest. Yes, Your Honor. Of course Sal Manella had been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Mr. Vasquez could have done that alone. And also, don't forget, they had to dispose of the steel samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win. So what happens next? Don't question mark, man. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez, it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only the possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? That's right, it was all conjecture. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it says the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness to that. If you no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? I think we ever testify again. I'd like you to testify again. The beginning of Edgeworth becoming a bro. Testify? Again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I've said before, the truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. As it seems there's no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You're the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does it make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth? I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want to hear her testify about? Well, yeah, I love Edgeworth. I love Edgeworth. Between Maya and Edgeworth, they might be my favorite characters. Indeed. I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerned in this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? You probably realized she did it too. But... Wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that... Edgeworth. He's trying to prolong this, I like it. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. She may be acting tough now, but if we put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need, and twist the truth out of her neck. Right. Damn, I only have 2 fucking wrongs left. Do we not have a picture of the body as evidence? I kind of wish we had that, but whatever. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 o'clock for the rehearsal. So I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well? Then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? The witness will continue her testimony. Oddly, no. Though they cut to it several times, right? The assistant was there, only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember, Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains it. Very well, Miss Vasquez. You may continue. That doesn't explain it, but sure. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. What was everyone doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived at the scene. That's a big fucking lie. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence, dead silence. Silence. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. Security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. Oldbag, the security lady. Why does the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. The detective arrests Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. He seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning that the one taken by the security camera. He's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything there I could use. It has to be left out of proceedings. It has to be left out. Yes. It seems that everyone else is questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot riding on it, with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. I went back to the trailer to get my script and director's notes. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for our rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? But that's not something... There's an inconsistency. No. 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 Yeah, like what? How are you gonna like, like, thank you, Edgeworth. Like, I have an objection to that witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She wouldn't... She would have had to have known about the murder before going to Studio One. Phoenix, you were just gonna let that go, bro. Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move, or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? Can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe that there would be no rehearsal. Very well, witness. We'll change your testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg this on her. Or everything we've done till now will be wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. I mean... what now? Yeah, I like that. I like Edgeworth a lot for that. I like that he's like going through a little bit of an arc. But we already established that. I knew that Hammer was... wait, but she wasn't... Did I press her on this? How did I know? Sal, he told me. Sal, the director. Was Sal... was Sal at the initial practice? Impossible for her to know that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like... Oh, yeah, you're right. You're 1000% right. But, what? I guess this? Or like... yeah, like yeah, you know, you're right. Hammer was... Powers was injured, not Hammer. But what, okay, so I did have it right. I just used the wrong evidence. Okay. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was a Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Okay, so I just used... so I had the right evidence. I just used it on the wrong thing. Mr. Wright, explain! Yes, Mr. Hammer's dragging his leg in the photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending. One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it. Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez? Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! And when was he doing this? Well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai costume too. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order, order! I will have order! Witness? Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see. Sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there's a reason, it has gotten clear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? I can prove it. Okay, I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court of evidence as in Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. No fucking idea. I'm gonna say... It's not this, is it? I feel like it's the book. I mean, she wanted to cancel Steel Samurai. Or... maybe this? Yeah, I was thinking the old photo as well. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photograph reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, the accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here. Yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Dee Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you said. I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. But I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain to Miss Vasquez the motive for murder. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Oh my god, Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. No fucking way. I did not see... One last plot twist. One last plot twist. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Vasquez, what happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. This game is known for plot twists. Yeah, it is. Fucking Christ. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collective as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought yet another miracle. How you doing, Ben, by the way? Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. And he should be found... That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. What a fucking case. That is all. This court is adjourned. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yeah, but it's sad. I know that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... Do we even have evidence? Oh, it is the book. It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was a Steel Samurai. Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show and as a villain to boot. The kids loved Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I mean, I would have changed places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Stool Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume, man. That's right, he doesn't know. Is something wrong? No, of course not. Ah! Nick? Edgeworth? Hey, my boy. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. Don't waste any time gloating, do you? You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gone away with it if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of yours, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right? I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better if we had not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do you get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Is this going to be a cliffhanger? And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Hey, the Pink Princess. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and the assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world's ready for the real willpowers. The end. Oh, come on. I don't want to see all this. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. No! No! No!
And Phoenix Wright.
What an awful cliffhanger!